Jamahal doubts Alex Pereira in his UFC 300 prediction.
Just the way I see the fight, whenever I start to break it down, the more I start to lock in and I start to get off into my thing, I start to round into form, I realize the mismatch it truly is. It's truly a mismatch. You know, can he catch me? Can he catch me and knock me out? He's been fighting for a long time. He has strikes, he has power. Yes, it's a possibility to get caught and lose. You get what I mean? But short of that, short of him actually something getting through and it catching me and just putting me away, he gets his ass whooped every single way. Every single way. He has one way to win this fight.
You know, he says there it's a mismatch. He essentially called Alex Pereira a hype train. We're talking about the fastest two-division champ in UFC history. Jamahal is thinking he's a hype train. But if you guys look at this closely, I don't know if you guys caught it, but Jamahal basically says Alex Pereira only has one way of beating him, and that's by catching him. Now, I'm telling y'all right now, Alex Pereira is watching this basically saying,
got him.
Jamahal exposed himself by revealing what he's thinking about, which is he is really concerned about Alex Pereira's power. He says there's only one way Alex Pereira can beat him, and that's by catching him. Let's just unpack this here for a second. First of all, I love this. I don't want no handshakes. I don't want to see hugs before the fight and all these kinds of things. I love that this fight has a backstory. You know, Jamahal beating Glover Teixeira, training partner and coach of Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira coming into the cage to size him up afterwards. You know, we saw all of that. But also, it's not bad blood, but there's tension. I love that. We don't want to see any of this hugging and handshakes and high-fiving during the fight. None of that. There's tension in this fight. So I love the fact that Jamahal is coming out here saying all these things. However, hopefully this is to build up this fight. If he honestly believes that Alex Pereira is a hype train and that, you know, he has a minimal chance in this fight, and basically he's insinuating that he has a puncher's chance, it's going to be a long night for him, and it's going to be a surprising fight for him, because you got to remember, he basically says Alex Pereira can beat him in one way, and that's by catching him. When Pereira fights, those legs, he chops down those legs. He cuts off the cage. He pins you against that fence. He does so many things technically, and he is one of the greatest kickboxers of all time, and right now one of the greatest strikers in UFC history. So Jamahal essentially is going to fight a stand-up fight with Alex Pereira, and what are we to expect? If he tries to stand up with Alex Pereira, and that's his, you know, game plan, that's his plan A, he is in serious trouble. We saw all of these opponents that tried to do that with Alex Pereira, including Israel Adesanya, who's one of the most superb strikers in UFC history, who's also got a tremendous kickboxing, you know, background. Him and Alex Pereira also went at it in kickboxing, right? We saw him stand up with Alex Pereira and get put away. Now, he ended up getting back Alex Pereira in the second fight, but we saw that. We saw, you know, Yuri Prohaska, who is a dynamic striker, try a lot of things against Alex Pereira and end up getting caught. So when Jamahal says there's only one way of Alex Pereira beating him, and that's if he catches him, notice that it's gonna be because of Alex Pereira's technical ability. It's not because he's swinging wildly and he ends up catching you and, you know, that's how you lost the fight. No, he's gonna cut off the cage, he's gonna chop your legs down, and then he's gonna finish you. You know, I put this out there before. I believe Alex Pereira will beat Jamahal, just like I thought he was gonna beat Yuri Prohaska, just like I thought he was gonna beat Israel Adesanya in the first fight. I've been saying these fighters need to respect Alex Pereira and notice that he is one of the best fighters in the UFC and is climbing up to be one of the greatest fighters we've ever seen in this promotion. He's not, some hype train. He's got 2 belts in 2 divisions. Respect that. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, share. I appreciate it. Peace.